I'm Wolf Blitzer. You're in the Situation Room.
And welcome to Hannity, and tonight early.
Welcome back to 20 Minutes or Less. This is our first story of the day. My name is Elliot Morgan.
This is The Loop.
Imagine, if you will, sitting down to your morning coffee, turning on your home computer to read the day's newspaper. Well, it's not as far-fetched as it may seem.
The evolution of cable news has changed in more ways than we ever could have imagined. Now there are more ways for consumers to engage with the news, whether it be tweeting at a news broadcaster or commenting on a video. News now is also shorter and more humorous. But overall, the idea of news hasn't changed.
It is still informing the public.
CalCable.org says that cable television began in 1948 in Arkansas, Oregon, and Pennsylvania to create better reception than that of the television signal broadcast through radio waves, which was very poor in mountainous or remote areas of the United States. Community antennas were built on tops of mountains or other points of high elevation, and homes were then connected to these antennas. By the early 50s, these cable systems reached 14,000 people across the country. News broadcasting started in 1947 with NBC's Meet the Press. The 1963 assassination of John F. Kennedy and the moment-by-moment news coverage was shown on TVs, and it really cemented the abilities of cable news in the eyes of Americans. Currently, cable news viewership has been declining for the main part, but there is a spike in 2015 due to the 2016 presidential election, says journalism.org. This could be due to the fact that people distrust the mass media now more than ever. Specifically, newspaper, TV, and radio. Trust in mass media has dropped 15% from its high in 1999 when it reached 55%. Cable news is longer, more professional, content-based, a mix of hard and soft news, and in the show-me era of news due to the previously mentioned distrust.
Consumers that they were having battery issues. There had been photos posted of charred handsets as well, claims.
According to WhoInventedMe.net, YouTube was created in 2005 by Chad Hurley, Steve Chen, and Jod Karim.
It was thought of by the group when they found trouble when trying to share videos that they recorded of a dinner party they attended. However, Karim cites the original inspiration as the 2004 Super Bowl incident with Janet Jackson, where she accidentally exposed herself while performing. The group experienced difficulty trying to find clips of it online, and out of this frustration came up with the idea for YouTube. The founding of the website was funded by an $11.5 million investment by Sequoia Capital and was originally situated above a pizzeria and Japanese restaurant. The men created a multi-billion-dollar company since then, with the current value of YouTube lying somewhere between 26 and 40 billion, according to Adweek. YouTube itself was founded on the idea of relaying information, though with its original slogan being "Broadcast Yourself."
Cool thing about these guys is that they have really long fronts.
Me at the Zoo is the name of the clip, and it was the first video ever posted to YouTube on April 23rd of 2005 by the creators of the website. The video informs, though very poorly and informally, about elephants. To some degree, YouTube has always been based on news or relaying information to the public, whether it be a fun video blog or actual news story. However, with the creation of channels dedicated almost solely to news, the platform was transformed. SourceFed is a separate news channel which describes themselves as covering everything that you should and shouldn't matter by the people who love the same things you do. According to Forbes, SourceFed was created by Philip DeFranco in 2012 when YouTube began an initiative to fund original content. The idea for SourceFed was picked up, but with the intent that it would be a celebrity gossip channel. DeFranco, who was at the time a partner with YouTube, negotiated for less funding and more control. The channel was then bought in 2013 by Discovery Digital. YouTube news is shorter, made for younger viewers, more comedic, personality-based, and as you can tell, pretty much all soft news. And this isn't bad, people are more trusting these personalities, and as a result, news media such as DeFranco's is moving back into tell me news.
This cutting-edge phone, pictured here probably, can be super useful until you need to charge it, because then it'll explode.
Cable news has taken advantage of the growing popularity of YouTube
and started posting segments from their broadcasts on their channels on a daily basis. On the flip side, YouTube channels are starting hard news segments in order to bring more legitimacy to their videos. One example of a combination of the two is the popular YouTube channel The Young Turks. They are well known for their political commentary live stream news stories, which are similar to cable news broadcasts. They make a majority of their videos in a studio with professional equipment. They are a great example because they mix personality-based, opinion-centered news and professional news organizations. So while they present themselves as a professional news organization, they also bring in their own opinions and build a relationship with their audience through their earnestness. In fact, the Young Turks pride themselves on their bias. Additionally, SourceFed has added a show to their channel that differs from their original content and news stories. It is called The Loop and focuses more on serious topics, varying from world news to American politics. This effort to bring legitimacy to their stories so that they can contend with the huge news channels has actually been met with great success. Their video on Google potentially manipulating search results surrounding Hillary Clinton's unflattering past exploded. Their coverage was picked up by much larger news organizations such as the Washington Times and CNN.
News and the way it is presented is something that is constantly changing. The founding of YouTube only increased this evolution exponentially. While cable news and YouTube news appear to be very different, they are heavy influences and competitors of one another, but competition breeds quality.